to go. On the hill here today, Kodai Senga.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
He was all over that one. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know, they used to say, charge it. Crazy. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. There's the strike. Senga, a former All-Star, 32 years old, and he was born in Japan. Kicks and deals. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Volpe gets his lead at first with nobody out. Next one misses. 2-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Here is Aaron Judge. Big time power. And that's outside. And it's 1-0.
Judge enjoyed success at the major league level right away. He hit 52 home runs as a rookie, breaking Mark McGwire's record, and became the first Yankee to win Rookie of the Year since some guy named Derek Jeter.
Senga checks the runner. Volpe back in on a dive. Swing and a miss. And now it's even 1-1.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. And first offering is fouled off. Two outs. That one fouled off. And the 0-2. Ball 1 there.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
In the air, left field, down the line. And that is a foul ball.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like. But you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. And that one hammered. Soto moving back for it. Going, gone. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 2-0. He kept swinging, and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. That was one of those home runs where you really don't know if he got enough of it off the bat. I mean, he put a good swing on it clearly, but I wouldn't say he really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it had all it needed for him to circle the pillows.
Yeah, that's fouled off. And that's through there for a strike. 0-2. 2 out, space is empty. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Austin Wells.
Ball.
In the dirt, but kept close. Goes to second. Save! And he's into scoring position with 2 away on a wild pitch. Outside low, and it's 2-1. Laboring here, about to throw his 30th pitch of the inning. That's a ball, went with the sweeper.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Wait you.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. And it's 2-zip. Back here with my pal Singy. Today's starting pitcher, Garrett Cole.
power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
And now the shortstop, Francisco Lindor. Fastball for a strike at 95. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Batting second.
Juan Soto down.
Juan Soto.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Nobody out. Runner at first. Fouled off. He was late. Struck him out of the foul tip.
Got away with that curveball, no doubt about it. It passed right through the heart of the strike zone, and he just couldn't get the bat on it. When you strike out on one like that, that's when you start having conversations with yourself, and they're not usually very friendly.
And now it's Mark Vientos. That's off the inside corner, and that's ball one.
You know, Boog, it's nice to see Garrett Cole on the mound today. He finally won a Cy Young Award in 2023, and for a while there, he seemed like the best pitcher in baseball without the award.
Now a screamer into the outfield. Bellinger brings it in, and there's two down.
Batting fourth.
Okay, let's check out the lineup.
Pete
This is a
Alonso.
veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
Cole a check to first. Lindor back in there.
And Cole's Cy Young Award season wasn't a huge surprise either. He led the American League in innings pitched and ERA. Good things usually happen when you put those two things.
Runner on the move. Pitch is low. Safe at second with a stolen base. That's in there, and a count 1-2. That one ripped. That's back there. Absolutely hammered it to left center. A gigantic blast. It's 2-2. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boo. We knew it wasn't coming back.
Chris, that ball came out hot. So let's see what StatCast has to say.
Yeah, it really did, Boog. 111 miles per hour off the bat, and a really nice launch angle as well. Just a beautiful swing from start to finish.
Here's Brandon Nimmo.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning
0-1
with a tie game.
No question about this one. It's out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And it gives them the lead in the first. It's 3-2. 2 pitches, 2 swings. That one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, dude. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
So 2 down, and here is Jesse Winker. There's a swing and a drive. That one's back there. And out of here. And they add to the lead. It's 4-2.
They wasted no time in that at bat, swinging at the first pitch, and he punished it. Back-to-back home runs, and these guys look so dominant right now. Pitcher might want to check and see if he's tipping his pitches or not, but I tell you what, if this was basketball, that opposing team would call a timeout to try to slow down this offense.
Two down, base is empty, and next for the Mets, Tyrone Taylor. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, at this pace, he's not going to be in this game for very long, but he's got to find a way to shake it off, keep it isolated to 1 inning, come back out. You could throw up a bunch of zeros and save that bullpen.
And that is out of play. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So they move out in front after a 4-run outburst. We go on to inning number 2. It's the Mets 4 and the Yankees 2. Back here at Citi Field, here's the veteran first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. Senga back to work. On the corner for a strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
Ball, that's down.
Stays alive.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. swing and a miss. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Now the left fielder, Jason Dominguez. First pitch misses.
Counts 1-0.
And that's in for a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Backed off the plate that time. 1 out, bases empty. Next offering is fouled back. One down, base is empty. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Now, Oswaldo Cabrera. Two down, nobody on. Late with the swing there.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Up and in. Now 2 balls and a strike. And that one is inside. And it's fouled away. Two outs. Swung on, belted. Way back there. And that one is out of here. He leaves the yard to right. It's 4-3.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
So the lineup flips over. Here's the shortstop at the play, Anthony Volpe. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a ball popped in the air. McNeil hauls it in to end the inning. But not before they answer back with a solo home run. It's now a 4-3 ball game. Back after this on the show. Bottom of the second. And here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez.
Francisco Alvarez.
Right through there for a strike. That one finds the zone. No balls, 2 strikes.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Pitch in the dirt. Now 1-2. It's a K from the Coltrane.
Batting 9th.
And now here's Jeff McNeil.
Jeff McNeil.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle. And now the lineup turns over with one away.
Good extension on that swing. Took the pitch on the outside part of the
Francisco
plate and drove it up the
Lindor.
middle. He let it travel just enough.
So the batting order turns over, and now it's Frankie Lindor. A single and a run scored and a walk. Swing and a miss, strike one.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
And downstairs. That one misses, and it's 2-1. There's a strike. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches
batting,
to even
right
that count
fielder,
up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time
Soto.
chased outside the zone.
Here's Juan Soto.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
There's the strike. Next offering is fouled back. McNeil off of first with 2 away. Foul ball, still 0-2. Good job to fight that one off. The 0-2. And down on strikes. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. We played 2 full. It's the Mets 4 and the Yankees 3. And we're back
Leading
at the
off for the
plate.
Yankees,
Jazz Chisholm
second
Jr.
baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
And there's a foul ball.
You know, these Yankees doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they've forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. That hit him.
That got him.
And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning.
Leading off for the
It's
Yankees,
Aaron Judge now.
right fielder,
His first
Aaron
at-bat was a
Judge.
strikeout. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Outside corner, there's a strike.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
Tying run is at first. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. On the ground, 2 ball. Off balance feed, there's one, and that's two.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Here's Cody Bellinger. He's already homered here in this one. That's outside, and that's ball one. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Swing and a ground ball. Toss to Alonso, and Bellinger is out. That ends the frame. Down in order go the Yankees. Still down a run. It's 4-3. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the third baseman, Mark Vientos.
Mark Vientos.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Close, but called a ball. 1-1. There's the strike. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat. And the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone. And as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect a pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. And that's in for a strike. 0-2 now. One down, base is empty. And that's in the dirt. And a count 1-2. And delivers outside. That one misses, and it's 3-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
I guarantee he's going to check the tape on that last pitch when he gets a chance, because he thought it was ball 4, and he wasn't wrong. I mean, it was a close pitch, definitely not an easy call, but especially after a long at bat, that'll drive you crazy getting rung up like that.
Nimmo stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. The 1-0.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
There's the strike. Splits the plate, 2-2.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
That one just misses, and the count's full.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
He swings and fouls one off. Nimmo, the runner at first with 2 gone. Laser could be trouble. Coming home. He'll score easily.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. As soon as that one shot off his barrel, he was thinking extra bases. Really nice job of getting the bat out front, but not hooking around it or rolling over it. Just kept the swing on plane and smoked that thing into the gap.
So runner at second, 2 down. Tyrone Taylor, the next to hit. Foul ball there. Two outs and one in scoring position. Next pitch is outside. Ground ball, Goldie takes it himself. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. One for the Mets here on the RBI double. It's now 5-3. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Queens, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Giancarlo Stanton. First offering, and it just misses. Stanton measures 6 feet 6 inches, 245 pounds. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. The 1-1. And there's a ball.
1 strike.
Strike on the outside, and the count is 2-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. And he grounds one back up the middle. McNeil gets it to first. That's the first out in the top of the fourth.
Up next for the Yankees, catcher Austin Wells.
Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Alonso takes it himself. 2 up, 2 down.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, it will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
Paul Goldschmidt will climb in. Struck out swinging his first time. Swings through that one for strike one.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Nimmo has it sized up. He makes the grab, and that is that. Back here at Citi Field, here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez.
Francisco Alvarez.
And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Mets showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. Not only have they already put up a bunch of runs on the board, but they've also made the starter work really hard out there.
The strikeout and the second of the game for the Coltrane. Jeff McNeil stands in. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
McNeil.
Like I said, his pitch count is high, so I got to expect they'll be turning to their bullpen sooner than they had hoped.
Next offering is fouled back. One down, base is empty. Fights it off, he'll see another. And they'll do it again. Base is empty, one away. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. And the next pitch is way outside. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Really tight bite on that slider and just couldn't get the barrel to it out front. You've got to try to pull those hands tight to the body to get it through. And I'm thinking he probably wanted that pitch to end up even more inside to keep it out of the danger zone. But it had enough late break and deception to get the job done.
Lindor in the box now. No balls and a strike.
0-1.
Fastball for a strike. And 1-2.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
Outside low. And a count now even up.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the fourth.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Ready now for the
Leading
5th
off
inning.
for the
And
Yankees,
stepping in for the
left
Yankees,
fielder,
Jason Dominguez.
Come on, man.
Senga back to work. And he takes a strike. Hard hit left side. Lindor on to first. One up, one down.
Now batting, third baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera.
Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees. He's already homered in this game. Just missed. Hit hard but foul off to the left. The Yanks trailing by 2, and we're at the top of the 5th. And that one fouled off. One down, base is empty. That misses the zone. Ball 2. That one ripped right center field. That's back there. Gone. Straight into the visitors' bullpen. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 5-4. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Anthony Volpe. And a foul ball. Swing and a foul straight back.
Now, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Really nice sequence with a quick strikeout right there. A couple of breaking balls to get ahead 0-2. Then put the hard stuff by him for strike 3. And I like that he didn't mess around. Sometimes guys, they like to get too cute. They waste a pitch here or there and then find themselves back into a hitter's count. But right there, he had him right where he wanted him and pitched him aggressively to get the strikeout.
And now Jazz Chisholm Jr. right through there for a strike.
0-1's the count.
On the ground to first, and that's just foul. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Two down, nobody on. Got it. Make it 7 strikeouts for him. The Yanks do get one on the solo homer. It's now a 5-4 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now the number 2 hitter, Juan Soto. And that misses. Ball 1. Movement in the Yankees pen. Ian Hamilton getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Leiter also throwing. The next pitch misses, and it's 2-0.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
And that drops in for a strike.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
That's ball 3.
Fouls one away, and now 3-2. one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Pretty good spot on the outside, but just couldn't quite clip the zone. That's a stone-cold take.
Aaron Boone makes his way out of the dugout, and he will make a move to the bullpen. Garrett Cole is done in this one, and a home run really bit him today as he exits on the hook for the loss. New arm coming on after the break.
Now pitching for the Yankees.
And we've got ourselves a pitching change.
Number
Mark
56.
Leiter Jr.
Still
Mark
pretty early
Leiter
in the ball
Jr.
game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Mark Vientos up now for the Mets. 0 for 2 in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Well, these Mets putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
2-0 to count. Here it comes. That one ripped, but foul. Vientos checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. And he went around, says Ricky Holiday. Soto aboard here at first with nobody out. Gets a piece and stays alive. Swing and a miss at the splitter, and it's a strikeout.
Well, that's the effect of the splitter that you're looking for on the mound. Really nice pitch right there and had him out in front over the top. I'm sure the batter was thinking he was getting something else, perhaps a fastball with a little more straight and velo to it.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Squirts away a little bit.
Count 1-0.
Just missed.
Last two pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
That's out.
On the ground to the left. And foul ball. The 3-1. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, one out.
Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive. You'll take those blue hits off the end of the bat all day long. It doesn't mean you put a great swing on it, but hitters deserve to get a lucky hit every now and then.
So up next, Brandon Nimmo. And he swings through that one.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Two on, one out. Ground ball right side. Chisholm throws to first in time, and that's an out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Winker.
Here's Jesse Winker.
Well, the way these two teams have battled in this game, you know you need more. Got to continue to add runs if you're going to get out of here with a win.
Ground ball left side. Slides for the stop. Over to first. And very nicely done for the out. So they strand a pair. 5 innings complete. It's the Mets 5 and the Yankees 4. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Daniel Nunez.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Off for the Yankees.
Yeah, the hard-throwing righty trying to secure these outs against a potent Yankee lineup, and it starts with Aaron Judge. This guy with light tower power. Fought off foul. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
And that one in the air center field. Taylor under it. He's got it. 1 away.
Now batting center fielder Cody Bellinger.
Here comes Cody Bellinger. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
Some hitters are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. To the right side. Lindor on the run. Throw to first. Not in time. He's safe.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but
hitter,
very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. Here's Stanton now. 1 for 2. And that one way outside. Ball 1.
Ball, that's inside.
And another ball. Austin Wells in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Perfect.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Now batting
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound.
Now pitching for the
Pitching
Mets.
change here. Danny
Number
Young.
81.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of them right here to get some critical outs.
Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
That's a strike, attacked with the sweeper.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Oh, 2 now. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Nice job behind the plate there.
The first baseman, Paul
Now it's
Goldschmidt.
Goldschmidt up to the plate. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
And fouled off. You'll one. On the ground to third. They take the force out, and that is that. Clean work out of the Mets bullpen there. 7-8-9 due up in the home half of the inning. It's the Mets 5 and the Yankees 4. And welcome back to the ballpark. And stepping in is the speedy Tyrone Taylor. Right through there for a strike. Cut on and lifted in the air, and that'll fall for a base hit. And a good start to the inning. Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That one off the mark. 1-0.
1-0.
And another ball. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Throw safe. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
And strike two. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the bottom of the sixth. Man at second. And a swing and a miss. One down.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Ripped on a line. Base hit. And it gets by him. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. McNeil headed for third. The relay. The tag, and he's out trying for three.
Absolutely perfect execution of the relay right there to cut him down at third. And he probably should have shut it down at second base and been happy with the double, but it took a great play to get him. You just have to tip your cap.
Back to the top of the Mets order. Now it's the shortstop, Francisco Lindor. That one's in there, 0-1. Out to short, Volpe. Now the throw to first on the run, and it beats him. What a play. So they get one run on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left on. We're through 6 full. It's the Mets 6 and the Yankees 4. And we're back. New inning getting started. Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Jason Dominguez. The Yankees looking to rally. And he deals. And that one cutting but missing down low. And that is downstairs. 2-0. Late swing fouled off. Next pitch is outside. And there's ball four. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and
Now
just missed his spot.
baseman,
Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Oswaldo Cabrera. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those two he hit were legit. And he looks pretty locked in right now at the dish.
In the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Fly ball down the line. Soto gets under it. Makes the grab. And there's one down.
Now batting, shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
Now at the plate, Anthony Volpe. 1 for 3. Now snap throw to first. Dominguez back on a dive.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps.
That one is absolutely belted. And it one-hops the wall. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He's safe. And it's 6-5.
No waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Danny Young out of the game, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for
the Mets with a new arm on the mound, A.J. Minter.
Pretty big spot he's coming into, trying to strand that runner at second base. So he's going to need to make some quality pitches. He does have first open if he needs to use it.
So digging in, Jazz Chisholm Jr. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Trying to hold a one-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. In the dirt, and the runner holds. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. Line to right, base hit. Headed for the plate. Here comes the throw, but it's offline. He will score. That ties it up at 6.
His confidence level is so high. Really nice job of coming through in a big spot. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Aaron Judge at the plate. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Line drive, base hit. Jazz around second, headed for third. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but
Cody
he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Big spot, and Cody Bellinger stepping to the dish. Judge on the run. This one ripped, but foul to the right. Chisholm at third. Judge at first. One gone. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Now he breaks as bad as it's put in play. Drops into the glove. 2 down. And now it's Giancarlo Stanton. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye.
Oh, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation.
He was late there. Strike one.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
Now he breaks his bat. And that's the 3rd out. But they score twice and even it up late. 7th inning stretch time. And we're all even at 6 apiece. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Fernando Cruz.
Now pitching for the Yankees, number 63, Fernando Cruz.
Tied at 6.
Leading off
and
for
now
the
it's
Mets,
Juan Soto.
Right
The
fielder,
outfield shifted pretty heavily towards right
Soto.
field. Swing and a foul out of play. Cruz, in his 3rd season, he features a splitter, a 4-seamer, and occasionally uses a cutter. Outside low, and that is ball 1. Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Luke Weaver up and loosening in the pen. Cousins getting cranked up as well. Next pitch is downstairs. Right side. Chisholm sends it to first. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Now batting, 3rd baseman, Mark Vientos.
And next for the Mets, Mark Vientos. 0 for 3 in this one. A little out front there as he swings through it.
0-1.
Check swing, and he went. And that is strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
One down, base is empty. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Here's Pete Alonso. That one's upstairs, ball one. And the 1-0. And that one missing low.
He hasn't wanted the challenge in both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
2 outs. Swings and misses. And a count 2-1.
1 strike.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Mets go down quickly. This game remains tied at 6. Back here in Queens, stepping in, Austin Wells.
Leading off for the Yankees, catcher Austin Wells.
Minter back to work. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1. Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets. Edwin Diaz appears to be getting loose. Buto getting loose as well. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. That one 95 to finish him off.
That was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. Received more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Tied at 6. Here is Goldschmidt. Ripped to short. Throws across the diamond. And they get Goldschmidt for the out.
Now batting, left fielder Jason Dominguez.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Jason Dominguez. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Two down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. The 1-1 is fouled off. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Swings and misses. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Yanks held in check. Score remains tied 6 apiece.
Now pitching for the
New
Yankees.
arm out of the bullpen, Luke Weaver.
Number 30, Luke Weaver.
Brandon Nimmo
Leading
now
off
at the plate.
for the Mets, left fielder Brandon Nimmo.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1.
No
Home plate
strike.
umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
inside. And that's ball 2. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone.
Next offering in there for a strike. That is strike 2.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
That missed by a lot. And the count's full. Jesse Winker in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. On the ground, Chisholm in plenty of time to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Designated hitter, Jesse Winker.
Jesse Winker up now for the Mets, known for his late inning heroics. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. Movement in the Yankees pen. Ian Hamilton getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. All tied up here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Fastball for a strike, and it's 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And that one is inside ball 1. Next offering is downstairs.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. So 2 down now and here is Tyrone Taylor.
Tyrone Taylor.
That pitch in for a strike. 0-1.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. That one's deep. Into the bullpen and gone. That'll fire up the dugout. And they grab the lead. It's 7-6. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Base is empty with 2 away. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. That's to third, and it stays fair. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Around first and hustling for second. Gets off a throw, and he'll pull into second with 2 gone.
Been a pretty rough game at the plate for him so far. A bunch of strikeouts, so that felt good, I'm sure. Turned on it nicely. Definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line.
Now it's the second baseman, Jeff McNeil. And a foul ball. Swings through that one for strike 2.
0-2.
Alvarez stands at second with 2 gone. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Man on second, 2 down. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Swing and a miss, and that is that. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo blast. Last chance coming up here for the Yankees.
Now pitching for the Mets, number 39, Edwin Diaz.
Back here at Citi
Leading off
Field,
for the
all set
Yankees,
for the start of
third
the inning.
baseman,
And now it's
Oswaldo
switch hitting third
Cabrera.
baseman Oswaldo Cabrera. That one outside.
that's out.
Ball 1. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a miss. And a count 1-1.
Bringing the cheese on that one.
Line drive, base hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock.
Well, that at bat had a lot of pressure
Now
riding
batting,
on it, so really
shortstop,
great job coming
Anthony
through right there.
Volpe.
It's got to feel good. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
No outs, runner at first. Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. Corner infielders up on the grass expecting a bunt. Puts a bunt down. Oh, a great flip. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out.
There was a time where that sac bunt was just ho-hum, very basic,
Now
but
batting,
is
second baseman,
increasingly
Jazz
difficult as it's
Chisholm
become to get
Jr.
bunts down in the big leagues. Nice job right there.
He's 2 outs away. Here's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. That's out to center field. Taylor has a beat on it. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder, Aaron Judge.
So they're down to their final out. And stepping in for the Yankees, Aaron Judge. Trying to deliver as the hero.
This is a big spot for a big-time player.
Just missed.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
So the tying run at second. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
1 strike away. Got it, and that's the ball game.
Well, this turned out to be an exciting, very well-played